This video contains mild, vague spoilers of a non-plot related nature, with only background and world-building information, and nothing directly relevant to the plot of the story.
I'm Max.
And I'm the Geeky Hippie. Welcome back to WoT the Adaptation. Wait a second. What is this? I think Max has taken over the show. Looks like we're here for a game night, you guys. We're going to be playing, or Max will be playing, the Wheel of Time computer game from what year?
2000 something. I didn't really.
Okay. So we've got a guest. You might recognize her. She's been on before. Jenn, welcome back. How you doing tonight?
Very, very happy to be here. So I wanted to stream this game myself, and I'm glad that Max is able to do it. So I'm very excited to see his gameplay, and happy to be here. So.
And be thankful it's not my gameplay. You seasick, motion sick.
Well, I don't know.
So Max, you're the guy in the chair.
Yep.
Tell us what's going to happen.
Well, right now I have the volume muted because this is like the only place I can control the in-game volume. I'll be starting the game up and showing guys the intro and tell us kind of the story, show you some of the gameplay, and if I get to a point where I just want to skip ahead, I have a few saves I saved in advance.
Nice.
And yeah.
It sounds like fun. When we start.
Yeah. I like the lightning, the relief of the lightning in the background. That looks pretty cool.
So first thing here is easy mode is WoT Congar.
Interesting. I like it. I see it.
Medium is LN Mandrago. Dragoren.
And
hard is Lewis
Theron. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like,
for today, I'll just go easy.
Okay, WoT Congar time.
Yep.
Yes, Copland talk.
That is Copland talk. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm.
Third age.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Hey.
Classic intro.
Ooh.
Massive plot hole.
How'd she even get raised to the shawl?
Yeah.
Or even take the accepted test?
Ooh, no, my brown.
I have heavy brown tendencies.
Nerd.
Oh, wow.
Early 3D did not age well.
No.
I like the stars. The stars are pretty in the back. I don't know.
It amazes me that we thought it was awesome.
Next position.
Clunky at that.
Honestly, the voice acting for 2000s isn't bad.
It's not bad. I actually was like, okay, I could deal with that. Yeah.
It's better than what they had with Wing Commander.
Oh. Oh no. Is that a gray man? No. What is this?
It's called Dukat.
No. Oh no.
Look at that. That's Gul Dukat from Star Trek DS9.
Ooh.
That's actually a beard.
Yeah, the little scraggles. I
Yeah.
see them. Man, you are eyes to die. You can get up after just one smack. Come on. Oh no, that maybe not.
How do you just get up the tower like this?
I have questions.
Just a Hornivalier.
Yeah, I will say that looks like the Horn of Valir, so it looks like that's a steal. You're
I'll take
okay with that?
price.
Yeah. It's not a total loss.
So they just killed him early, and it's just 1 of 14. He used the door.
Black Aja. Ah,
Black Aja's a myth. We're probably not going to be able to get away with playing this in the video straight through. So I'm going to be editing this up a lot.
Because we're talking, it does help.
We're not really talking that much, though.
And it's over 20 years old.
yeah.
Still, but I'll see what I can do. I have fought the two claims we've had on this before, and they've both gone away. So. Oh, how many metaphors in one sentence?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. He's taking the Trollocs to Erebor.
He already overpowered her in her room inside the White Tower. Yeah.
It's you, Morghese.
Hmm?
It's you, Morghese. It's gotta be you.
So we're basically told that she used a ter'angreal and was given a bunch of ter'angreal to hunt this guy down.
Mm-hmm.
So she's James Bond.
It's what do you call it? I want to say Doom, but Unreal Engine, I guess.
Is it Unreal Engine?
Yep.
Okay.
I believe they said it was like one of the first Unreal Engine based games that when that one came out.
That makes sense. I actually thought about downloading the Unreal Editor engine thing just to play with 3D, but I'm in no hurry.
Let's see.
I have nothing to actually use it for at this moment.
I just gotta turn the volume down a little bit.
Oh, good.
There we go. So, as you see, typical shooter interface. Bottom left-hand corner is infinite. You get to shoot gusts of air.
Oh, okay. Force push.
Kinda.
The yard sign.
Witcher reference.
I still got Witcher on my brain, even though I haven't done anything with it in a week.
Yeah.
I've read through all the books twice now, except for the 2 anthologies, which I've read 3 times.
Oh my goodness.
And some of those short stories I read more than that because we were covering it in an episode.
Is that a sister that you walked over and grabbed her inventory, her item,
Yep.
like a dead red sister? Okay, got you. You got some healing ter'angreal, I think it said
Yep.
from the body. Okay.
A self-healed ter'angreal, which, as you know,
That's very important. That's like priceless. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a Trolloc, obviously. Ooh. It's a good thing
Better
they gave you that.
difference.
It's a good thing they gave you that self-heal before you encountered the Trolloc. You needed that. Blood and ashes. Oh no.
Is it Dukat?
yep.
That looks like either a Tinker caravan, potentially, or like Val and Luca's circus. Could be one or the other.
I hope the show gives us Valen and Luca.
Yeah, he was an interesting character, wasn't he? I like him.
I'm a former circus performer,
Of course, yeah.
so I am a little partial.
So a artifact of Unreal is you can actually jump with the right-click button.
Nice.
I still have this typical jump with spacebar.
Mm-hmm.
First, you got a problem if you're using a Mac. Oof. Or do they have multi-button mouses for Macs now?
They do now,
Okay.
not back then.
Some pretty good dodging and fighting. I like it.
Yeah.
So what's in
Okay.
there?
Bear and I gotta jump up there.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was so cool to see the Trollocs. I remember when this game came out and we saw the ads for it. You could see Trollocs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's cool.
There you go.
That Trollocs were the one thing the TV show had to get right. In episode 1,
Yeah, Trollocs definitely had to be scary for sure.
the Trollocs were amazing in episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
After that, not so much. But that was COVID.
So this is a fireball I just used on them.
Saw that. And they made you work for it too, having to jump up from a high to get it. Up high.
I don't know if you can hear the music.
It sounds cool. Yeah, this is actually pretty good music. For back in the day. It's not bad.
It's so dark. Let's see if I can lighten it on my right what I'm seeing. I keep my laptop's brightness down to like 0, no higher than 15 usually. So that was part of why it was so dark. Shrink us back down.
Or fireballs.
I like it. Looks like you're coming up on a city or... Oh, no, that's just the White Tower. Okay.
Nope.
Maybe atmospheric.
Yeah, it is it's very dark. Almost makes you feel like the end of the world is coming, huh?
And Trollocs are scary in the dark.
Ooh. Yeah, very.
Only when you're getting out of the bathtub.
Trollocs scare me any day.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I take comfort in is an Urukai would slaughter a Trolloc.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Even though they're not nearly as tall, it's still,
Yeah.
When
They got the battle prowess.
you look at
Trollocs do too, but
proficiency, how good they are in battle throughout the series. I was reading an article a while ago that was saying that their efficiency in battle is pretty crappy compared to Urukai.
So, interesting note, when I used that healing,
Yeah.
it made this
whoa
sound.
Yeah,
Yeah. It actually vaguely reminds me of Legacy of Kain Blood Omen 1. Oh, here's another cutscene. But that's the exact same sound I remember.
Legacy of Kain.
Over my head.
Okay, so I did Soul Reaver.
The only thing he's missing is a spoon on his forehead.
That was a hard game.
Should try the original.
Yeah, no. I only did that one. And that was hard for me. I was very young. Oh no.
Did she just hop?
I think she did. That's what I saw.
So we're actually going into the city of Shadar Logoth.
Great.
Oh. That's very quick from the White Tower.
I just like the show. Little known fact, the show's based on the video game.
Oh God, that would be. Ugh.
Uh,
Although, you know what, I just had a really good time the last couple months watching Halo. So I've never played the game. I understand it goes way off base, but I enjoyed watching that show.
there's a lot of Halo games. I've seen play of a couple of them. I have not played it myself.
I will say that a lot of video game to movie or show are very wildly inaccurate.
Oh yeah.
And doesn't surprise me in the least.
And
Hardly care.
the more accurate they are, the worse they are.
It'll be interesting with the upcoming Resident Evil TV show, considering how wildly horrible the movies were.
So I knew that there was like a Netflix show or something. Are they doing something else besides that? Like
That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
I believe
okay.
it's Netflix. Where's it? Hulu. It has Glenn knows what I'm talking about, the guy from The Wire. I can't remember his name offhand.
Which guy from The Wire? There's a couple of them.
The one I mentioned to you the other day that was in the Resident Evil.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I guess I'm supposed to be the guy in the chair right now. Evil remake the cast.
And the new one looks like it appears to be in 2 timelines.
Is this with Michelle Rodriguez, Ali Larter, Wentworth Miller, Ian Glenn? Or is that the old stuff?
It coming out like 2022.
Yeah, I think the one with Resident Evil, Michelle Rodriguez was quite a long time ago. So
okay, so that's old stuff. I saw the first movie. I think I might have seen the second movie.
I like some of the movies.
Lance Reddick, that's who you're talking about. Yes, I will put a shot of Lance Reddick up when I edit this. One of the stars of the greatest television show ever.
The Wire?
I want to say
The Wire? Yes.
I want to say he was a detective turned mayor candidate in the show.
No, he never ran for office, but I think he went pretty high in the police department. I don't know if he made it to commissioner or not. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm typically a genre snob when it comes to the TV I watch, where it's going to have to be in some way or another science fiction or fantasy or comic book related. Otherwise, I'm typically not going to watch it. But I got talked into watching The Wire, and I've seen it through 3 times now.
Oh wow! Yeah.
binge watched it 3 times. It is simply the most perfect television show ever produced.
Yeah.
Well, that isn't a lot of leave a lot of wiggle room for anybody having a contrasting opinion.
No,
So
I don't know. I've
Jen,
never seen it.
see this guy here?
Yes. What is
objective
he?
fact.
So from a game perspective, these guys are assholes.
Okay.
They will jump out of the way as you click a key.
Oh.
They're programmed that when your cursor's on them and you click, they'll jump out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So they cheat.
What are they related to, like the Wheel of Time book characters at all? Like I don't recognize that.
I don't know if they're supposed to be Drakkar
Oh.
or
Okay.
something from Shadar Logoth because they killed the Trolloc.
Oh,
Maybe
so they're kind of like, oh, I see what you're talking about. Like they're Mashadar, but like in a form of
So
like a
they're not
fawn or
Mashadar.
something? Yeah.
They're
Okay.
I'll show you in a few minutes here, where you do see Mashadar.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I was wondering. I was like, are we going to see Mashadar and Shadar Logoth? I love the concept of Mashadar. It made reading this very creepy the first time I read it. Like that naked
Yeah.
fog.
Were you all disappointed with the way we got Mashadar portrayed on the show?
I was at first, and then I had a very long discussion with my partner who kind of tried to like talk me into it because he liked it more than I did. But
Yeah.
my initial reaction was very disappointed.
I was disappointed at first
Mm-hmm.
for like a hot minute, and then I was like, you know what? That actually works better for screen.
That's what he was saying, because he was like, if you got to think about it from a non-reader's perspective, they would just be like, why can't the fog just leave the, why does
See?
it stay
Yeah.
within the city? Oh, there it is. Yes. I like this portrayal of Mesher. It's like a snake, like a fog snake.
Yeah, it's like that. Makes me think of that thing in Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds when they were in the basement and the robot head came down, was searching the basement.
It's very creepy. I like it. That thing is really annoying. I agree with you, Max. It's kind of a difficult fight.
That might be a type of Trolloc. There are different bands of Trollocs, don't forget.
And they eat each other too. That's true. I don't know. Yeah, but he was making the point of Mashadar in the movie being like it's actually tactile to the brick, so like it makes sense that it's not just floating away on a wind. Like
Right.
he was like, that would be my thing. I would look at it and be like, why does it stay within the city? I don't understand. Like as a non-reader, so he's like, it just makes sense to an audience. I'm like, all right, maybe I can see that.
And that's part of what I realized. I don't know. Somebody might have argued that case against towards me. I don't remember, but after a couple days, I was like, and this is back when we saw it in the trailers.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah. And then by the time the show came out,
Hmm.
it was the only thing that made sense.
Okay.
Not entirely happy with the Black Wind, but I get why they did that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it first came out, my thought was that how do you put it? I felt like they were doing it opposite for the Waygates versus Shadar Logoth.
okay. Yeah.
Mm.
But that turned out not really pan out to be true.
Mm. But they do make you have make these little tricky jumps and stuff, don't they? Little tricky sidewalks. I like it. Max has done this before.
This is definitely after the era of Tomb Raider. Because I remember people played Tomb Raider sitting in his friend's living room, just blazing down and watching him play Tomb Raider for hours.
Mm-hmm. You got a couple of ter'angreal I noticed from going off on that ledge. You got a shield and something else I saw.
Here's a fun one. I think it's cutscene up here.
Definitely going to be doing some color correction to brighten this up a bit, I think.
This one's called Seeker.
I saw that you picked it up earlier. Oh, so it goes after the enemy. You just in the area. Okay, I got you.
You got the Dart ter'angreal, the Seeker. Okay.
Should save.
I saw it, yeah. That's a good thing about these old games is that you don't have to wait a long time for your saves. You just hit save and it just goes. Like, I love that.
Oh,
It's
Good
a good thing you
timing.
just
It's right.
saved.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm not a video gamer. I'm a gamer, but not video gamer.
Hmm.
I've played my fair share, hundreds probably of hours. I don't know if I've cracked thousands of hours of
Hmm.
video game time.
Hmm.
I've only ever finished one game. I don't even remember.
I did skip a little ahead there.
Okay.
Okay. That's his thing. Like, let me go, leave me alone. Just don't
Hmm.
bother me.
It's clearly a white cloak. Calls her a witch.
Well, I mean, she is from Travelon.
Definitely jump in this hole.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that. You're using that's brown logic. You should know better.
Hmm.
For a brown,
No, browns don't use logic. It's the whites who use logic.
that's true.
Oh, and now she's in the water.
Yep. All right, we got 10 minutes.
Ooh, I hear that. Is that Mashadar? Yeah, that's Mashadar. I
Oh,
heard. Oh,
yep.
there it is. Yeah, you can hear him. Ooh.
Did you just run through Mashadar?
Yep. That's why I
Okay.
took some damage there.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Yeah, the one game I finished playing, it was one of the last 2D, side to side games. It was this little alien guy who had to rescue all of his other alien guys. It was like no fighting in it. It was you talked. You'd have him say stuff to the other aliens, and he could
Oh,
do a green fart too. I remember that. Can't remember the name of that game.
getting wrecked by Mashadar here.
Oh, you are submersing in the sewers. Ugh. Well, it's been a dead city, so maybe not so gross.
Just some brain-eating amoebias.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mashadar.
Those apparently are all over the water, fresh water in North America. So yeah,
Hmm.
I just watched a video about them a couple weeks ago, and they're terrifying, man.
So, fun fact. Well, actually, not fun fact. I should rephrase that. I should say fact. There is a very popular spring, a beautiful spring. It's still in commission close to where I live called Gemini Springs. And if you look at it, I think in 2002, there was a child swimming in it and they passed away because of the amoebas. And they have
Oh,
since closed it and permanently because of, the
right.
yeah, so you can still like they allow fishing, they allow like, recreation, like grilling and stuff next to it. They have hiking trails and stuff, but you can't actually swim in the water. And they like barricade it like where people used to go. I've swam in that when I was in high school, and I went to a couple of birthday parties when I was a kid and just swam in that all day long. But apparently something happened with the water, and yeah, you can Google it.
Even when
Gemini
they're
Spring.
there with you, you can actually get them into your sinus cavity, and 99.999% of the time, you're good. They're just going to die or get rinsed back out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a really rare occurrence. They have to get to the exact right part of your sinus cavity and be in the mood to do something.
Mm.
And they travel along nerves to your brain,
Mm.
and so it's a really weird. And it's like, yeah, they're nasty, but they're like, it's like super rare to ever get infected by one.
I went on a couple of we do like nature trails on the weekends, like we do like nature walks and stuff. So we went to Gemini Springs a few months ago, and I didn't want to be look like I was crazy because of course all the barricades were up, and I was like, no, I've swam here. And Chris is like, I'm like, no, I have. So I had to check the date of when they closed it, and it was like a year or two after when I went there last is when they closed it. So I'm like, aha, see, it was open, and this is why.
The river that runs through my town is I don't know how bad it is now, but it was notoriously polluted for a long time
Mm-hmm.
because they just didn't care about that shit for like a lot of the 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
And I swam in it a few times as a kid. We used to have a thing called the raft race. You'd build your homemade raft and come down, and they'd race them down the river.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the most, it's like building a float for a parade. That's the kind of you get creative with your rafts for the raft race. They
I
don't
see.
do anymore, but
I see what Max is doing. I like his like lever pulling. I also noticed that you got a decay ter'angreal that you picked up. I'm
what does
checking
that
out.
do?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
But I see what you're doing, like to kind of make the water levels go and rise. I'm assuming you're going to get to a new part of the sewers here.
If I can figure it out.
Yeah, I see. I see that there's like some sort of decay requires a target. I saw that. Okay,
Oh,
nice.
I don't know what happened.
That's well, it's a new way to figure something out.
Well,
So, are you more comfortable keyboard, mouse, or controller?
keyboard and mouse here.
Max is OG. I should be
Mhm.
keyboard Max, keyboard and but I'm mouse. I'm more because I'm
See,
not as adept. Sorry.
I'm better with a controller, but even then, the camera is all over the place as I run around. So it's like people get dizzy watching me play.
Yay!
Good.
No, keyboard and mouse, if you're good with it, like Max, you can actually do more than the controller can give you. I've noticed like there's certain things that I have to switch because when I was playing my Skyrim mod, um, like I couldn't interact with certain objects on the controller. I'd have to switch back to keyboard and mouse to open certain loot chests and things like that.
Yeah, it's fair.
So it's better if you're a keyboard and mouse all the way around if you're better with that. But I use controller.
I've stayed right where I'm at and played a ton of Morrowind. I'm pretty, and
Yes.
that was
Keyboard and mouse. Yeah,
that
keyboard and mouse.
mouse.
Yes.
But then I tried playing KOTOR, and I got so completely lost and baffled as the controls.
Yeah.
That's the Old Republic, and I know that sounds like I'm dumb, but when it comes to video games, I kind of am. I know that.
No, it's fine.
But and that was the game I really wanted to play. I mean, I've been hearing about Knights of the Old Republic forever.
I hear it's a very, very good game. The writing is very good. Everyone praises it. I think they're making a remake, aren't they?
There've
I've heard.
been other games set back then, similar to that time period.
Mhm.
See, my actual favorite time period in Star Wars has always been the prequel era,
Mhm.
just before the Civil War.
Ooh,
What is that?
I think it might be the decay thing. I'm not sure, but it looks really cool.
I'm trying to get it to use it, but
Yeah. Mashadar is very mad. Ooh, 16 health. Yeah, there you go. I hear the wall. Yeah, you healed yourself. So Max, quick question for you on this game. Would you say this game is more of like a shooter point and click, which you're doing a lot, or more of like a puzzle figure out game? Like, because I'm seeing
to me, it's just standard shooter because it's a lot of shooters do have that.
Mm-hmm.
Where you have to go in, solve the puzzle to progress, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's find a key, find the way through a barricade the enemy blocked you off from.
Mm-hmm.
Notice the physics. All right, probably gonna cut off here in about a minute.
Okay.
Ooh. When you're talking about the brain-eating amoebas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Slightly political. MTG's the one survivor of that. Mary Green Taydree.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that person.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
She's the blonde QAnon fanatic that got elected to U.S. Congress from wherever, and she's like not much up top. She's
okay.
She's about as bad as Louis.
Oh,
She's about as
I've
bad as
seen-
Louis Gohmert.
She makes Sarah Palin look like, Einstein.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen some tweets being shared of hers in a not very good way. I think I know who you're talking about.
I
Okay.
think she was like officially censured or whatever by Congress and everything not too long ago too.
Interesting.
All right. Looks like I'm stuck here for now. I am choking underwater.
There you
So,
go.
is there any idea when this game story is supposed to be?
Shoot. There was a time frame out there on the internet somewhere.
Okay.
I want to say it's at least several hundred years before the main books.
Okay.
Damn Mashadar.
That shit is creepy
I love Mashadar. Isn't it so
in this game.
evil?
The assassin has put him.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, you were right here because you got dead.
Yep.
When that thing fell on you and you had to start back a little further. So yeah, you're in the right space.
So yeah,
What?
adaptation wise, this is like they've taken some definite liberties with
Oh yeah.
a lot of it.
And if I remember correctly, didn't Robert Jordan like it?
Theoretically, is what I've been told. He approved it.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
He also approved quite a lot of stuff that is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of the book snobs, it's kind of surprising when they make comments like he'd be rolling in his grave. And it's like, have you seen some of the stuff he's approved?
Oh, I've seen some of the interviews and things that he's said to fans and stuff. It's been a little bit dicey.
Well, there's that famous one that he told the girl when she asked about opening a gateway in front of you and balefire yourself from behind, and he told her she needed to go get laid or something.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's
I follow that girl on Twitter. Oddly enough, her name is Jennifer.
Yeah. And she was just, if I remember correctly, she was just at JordanCon this year. Because I think she was in the Twitter of Time panel, because I was watching when Critter XD was streaming that on her TikTok.
I was there at JordanCon, but I couldn't find the panel. I was telling Matt, who that was doing it. Later, I was like, I couldn't find the panel. Like, I was walking around, and I was like, I went instead to but I did have fun. At the same time, they had the not the Way of the Leaf, but the Joe, Jono, and Tom podcast. That was going on. Twatcast. That was going on. So I had fun watching their panel. Then I went to the Way of the Leaf panel.
It's understandable to get them confused with Way of the Leaf now that I've watched more of their show. They're just as chaotic.
It's so funny. The panel was very chaotic. It was great. Both of them were. I
was watching their live stream the other night because they had Brother Dan on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just like all my other live streams I go to for Wheel of Time. It's just 10 times more chaotic.
I love it. I love it so much.
Like everybody in there is hailing, going, Hail Eris.
Hail what?
Eris. E-R-I-S.
What's that?
Greek goddess. I don't remember exactly what, but it's a joke dealing with in a book from the 70s, 80s. The Illuminatus trilogy. I read it as one volume, but bought it from a friend, and it's the most crazy, whacked out conspiracy theory, political satire, and political commentary science fiction that I've ever read.
From the 60s? I believe it. I believe it.
I think it was from the 70s, maybe 80s.
Yeah, that's
but look it up sometime. The Illuminatus trilogy. It is crazy.
I believe you.
There's this weird book series, or book I read, not series. I refuse to read any more of it.
Ooh.
I I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. 'Cause I
Mhm.
cannot find it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it had something. How do I put it? Basically, it was like a trying to think of an example. Like the God's Not Dead movies, but it's book form,
Okay.
like those kind of people.
Oh.
And it was some kind of virus that like wiped out mankind,
Mm-hmm.
and they were how do I put it? It started to wipe out mankind, but they also born two kids that are like super geniuses, and of course they were, basically like Jesus or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they invent space travel, get the select few humans out of Earth,
It sounds vaguely familiar.
and then they go on like their spaceship. They find a habitable planet that has giants on it and humans, and they go there and righteously kill the giants
Wow.
and bring Christianity. It was like, what am I reading?
Yeah. That seems a little far out. And this is coming from people who enjoy the Wheel of Time and fantasy. So there you go.
I
You know
pretty
what?
much read it just to see like, can it get worse?
There needs to be a website geared towards what is this book? And you just go, you post what you remember the book, and people there
Yeah.
try to help you figure out what book. Because there's like a dozen different things over the
I
years
think
that
there
I'm like,
is a website or two like that.
Ooh.
I got memory of some really weird shit that I can't figure out what the hell book it was from.
So I have hit like an invisible wall right here.
Yeah. I'm seeing this.
Force field.
Which is bizarre.
No, you're blocked by the rubble. You can't get. You're not getting over the rubble. At least that's what it looked like for a second there.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like I hit the doorway and I just float,
Sure.
and I can't quite get to that.
Ooh, interesting.
So yeah,
Maybe you
this is
gotta pull
something
some
I'm
other
actually really
levers.
good at doing is breaking games.
Yeah.
So, did you soft lock yourself in the game?
I don't know. I did it earlier in one save on here, not on stream here, where that channeler guy,
Mm-hmm.
somehow I got him pinned and trapped beneath somewhere, so we're basically fighting back and forth. But
Nice.
interestingly, he is able to bounce all my attacks off of him and back at me.
Not cool.
Ooh, what's that thing?
But
Water shield.
Get his name right. It's Dukat.
He's the guy with the pubes on his chin.
Yeah.
That too.
Oh, I had to use the water shield to get through there.
No, that's it. There you go. See, you found it.
Man, you're holding your breath for a long time, or do you got a ter'angreal breathing for you?
Unclear.
Yeah, unclear. There is no breath meter that I've seen so far.
Well, that's okay. I guess.
I looked it up earlier. This is either Unreal Engine 3 or 4, made in 1999.
This can't be 4. Because 5 is the current one, and that's not.
Oh, the shield might actually let you breathe.
Okay. Ah, the water shield?
Mm.
Yep.
So you have like a little bubble around you of air. I gotcha. Yeah. Also, that you are a very strong swimmer. I mean, you are cutting through this water.
Yeah, flying through like she's Superman or something.
Not gonna let that gown hold her down in any way.
Oh.
The cape and all, just
And all those ter'angreals she's carrying around, she's just
cutting
like,
it, zooming.
Oh, speaking of clothes,
Well,
how
it looks
how
fancy on
does
the lid.
silk and water work?
It just gets like obviously like it just gets real heavy. It just like I have a
clingy, super clingy.
yeah.
I don't
That
have any
too.
silk clothes, so I have no idea how would they get waterlogged or not.
When I was a kid, there was like a little nightgown, like my mom, like I would play dress up, right? And my mom would be like, it's a cute little silk nightgown. And I remember like coming out of the bath and trying to put it right on, and it's the same kind of thing. That was a very long time. Oh, what's he saying?
He's cursing me for being a witch.
Oh, okay.
Like, stop following me. I know you're following me.
Swap places ter'angreal. Interesting. That could be useful.
Says, I swear I don't want to die.
Hmm.
Oh, this is interesting.
Hold on. This came up on your thing, I think. Or maybe mine.
What's that?
Glenn chatted me something, and it came up on the Zoom, so you may have to.
It won't. I don't think it'll show up. I don't think it'll show.
Okay. So.
Chat has never showed up on recordings before.
Oh, really? Even if it pops up like directly in the middle of the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, apparently you can drop things?
Well, yeah.
Or I found a bag, I don't know. Weird. So I swapped place with that creature.
Was that Mashadar I hear in the background?
Yes, yes, and I saw it floating around too.
That's a
So
nice
far,
size.
I really like this decay thing that you're using, Max, and I also really like the I like the wool when you heal too, and I also really enjoyed Mashadar. Like,
Oh, I mentioned that this sounds like the exact same sound from Legacy of Kain.
yeah, I also think it sounds a little bit like I hate to bring Harry Potter up, but I really honestly just hear it. And I have to be honest. When he's talking to the snakes using parcel tongue, like the little hissing, it it reminds me of that very much.
Though I can't be certain it's not a base Unreal Engine sound either.
There you go.
They don't like tunnels.
Beware flashing lights. It's not that bad. I have a friend who can't see a lot of stuff because of the flashing, strobing lights. Trigger epileptic seizures. Sometimes they'll trigger a migraine for me, but it's mostly the bright light that causes the migraine.
Big ass dog, I think. Or graboid. Oh, it's definitely a graboid.
Yeah,
This thing reminds me of a Doom.
Definitely something out of Doom, or even I have watched Resident Evil. I could see that coming at you in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
I've never played the game, but I've watched people play it.
Ooh, I like Max's strategy, like leaving little bombs at every single. Oh yeah, no worries. Man, that thing is. Do you think it's a shadow spawn, like a death hound? You think? Maybe their version of it.
Shadow. Maybe that was their version of a shadow hound.
Yeah,
Dark hound, I mean. Dark hound.
Dark hound. You don't know what we're talking about.
Well, it's really dumb that I did not save.
It's okay.
Even
At
I
least
know
you know what to do. No.
That's right, guy. Follow me over here.
I find it very interesting of all the different Ajas they could choose to have your main character be to do this adventure is a brown. It is just so opposite if I would say, like a shooter Aes Sedai game. She's gonna be brown Aja. Like it's so interesting.
Well, I mean, considering Aja was a Varen.
Yeah, that's true. Brown, yeah.
As poorly as the graphics in this game have aged over the last 20 years or so, it's still light years ahead of the kind of games that I played as a teenager on our Commodore 64.
Oh yeah.
Just a grid of squares that you could reveal, move your little sprite around one square at a time, reveal the space or not, and sometimes there'd be something there, and then it would tell you in text, there's a such and such here, such and such attacks you, you attack it, back and forth to one of you wins, and then you move on to the next square. You know, it's either a wall or you can go down the passage. You know, there's a passage there. That's what I played. This blows that out of the water.
I played a lot of games before this too, but not like as far back as that. I played a lot of the Sierra games.
Yeah.
So the point and click, like King's Quest, Quest for Glory,
Did you ever
that
play
kind
the
of
old
stuff.
Bard's Tale? The original Bard's Tale?
No, but I heard about it. I heard it was amazing. I heard it was good. Very good. I heard
believe they
really
had
good.
a bundle somewhere of all of those games.
Yeah, I got the GOG. I love GOG. They have all the Quest for Glory games. I think 1 through the King's Quest. I had 1 through 6. Quest for Glory. I think they had 5. I think up to 5.
I'd love to play some of these games, but I'd get sucked in and I'd never do anything else.
It's very intoxicating.
I'll have to. I can't remember what the name of it is right now, but there's a game I have right now. It's technically in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
It's it actually kind of reminds me of Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very oddly, specifically, very similar to Avatar.
Hmm.
It has like this jungle planet. You're on a spaceship. It crashes, and you know, instead of blue aliens, I believe they're green.
Mm-hmm.
But the
The trailer,
artwork.
by the way?
What was that?
You see the trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water?
I am
Came
not.
out like just recently, like the last day or two. I haven't seen it yet.
That particular game, I'd say it's around the same age as this one. You know, relatively decent graphics for its time, and never beat it because, you know, that era of games is just always hard.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, and it's the artwork for the game actually reminds me a lot of Avatar, and that's one of the reasons I was never a big fan of the first one. Is like, aside from being a ripoff of Dance with Wolves.
Oh, you know what? I never considered that. But yeah, okay. I love Dances with Wolves. I loved it back when I was a kid.
I've never seen Dances with Wolves.
Oh, you're missing out.
You're missing out. It's very good.
It's always been one of those movies
long.
I watched. And I've seen parts of it, but
It's like 4+ hours, I think. It's very long. It's like a sweeping epic movie, but it's very good.
I want to say it's probably closer to 3, but 4.5 with commercial breaks on TNT.
probably that's how it was.
Oh yeah, it's probably it. Yeah.
It's like The Godfather on TV. It's like 18 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I've yet to finish it because every time it's on TV, I just give up.
I was 30 the first time I saw The Godfather, and I had yet to actually watch either of the other two.
I heard The Godfather 3 is very, very, very bad. Yeah, but that's just what I hear from everyone else. I have not watched it.
I watched Sopranos. It should be good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm also the guy who does not like Citizen Kane and does not like Casablanca. So, I'd rather watch Casablanca than Citizen Kane. That's it for sure. Citizen Kane is the most tedious movie I have ever sat through.
Fair enough. I'm not really a big Kevin Costner fan, even though I like Dances with Wolves. But I'm ambivalent towards him. But like the story of the movie, it was very touching. I liked it a lot.
He's had some questionable movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of, you know, adaptations, his Postman is based on a book.
Oh yeah.
David Brin. Yeah, I read the Postman. There are similarities. That's one we could talk about sometime.
I actually love that movie, but critics absolutely hated it. They called it what's the word? I can't remember what the word they always. Basically, if you Google any review, they'll use the word I'm thinking of.
Okay. Movie.
No. It's a criticism of the movie.
Trophy.
God, this reminds me of Doom.
I think that's the point.
Not in a bad way. I like Doom. I love
Doom,
it.
Mind you,
Doom was
Unreal.
actually
Unreal
for a while
Engine
there.
is very Doomish.
Yeah.
There was a time there, and I don't know if it's still the case, but that it was a benchmark for a new gadget, electronic, device,
Hmm.
to see how good it was, is if you could run Doom on it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was the
So,
gold
like,
standard. For kids now, it's Skyrim. Like, how many adaptations of
God.
Skyrim?
Right.
Come on.
Skyrim's cool, but I kind of like Oblivion more.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually still really like Morrowind more. Good job, Max. There you
Yeah,
go.
Morrowind's nice. Morrowind's cool.
Yeah. So Glenn won't get the reference, but I absolutely hate it when you get some video and it fades to black and then you get the cart scene.
Oh yeah. Hey you. You're finally awake. I'm like, no, I've been rickrolled
Damn it, Todd
again.
Howard.
Yeah. It just works. Todd
It's
The
this
opening of
age is
Skyrim is just,
Rickroll.
Yes, that's rickroll.
I like how Skyrim looks.
Yeah.
I wish Oblivion looked like Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
Its mechanics, because I really like.
Got
them.
him. I got the assassin.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Like
No.
you deserve to die 1,000 times for what you've done.
Mm.
I was a pawn, a dupe. Ishmael set me up to die.
Ishmael? Not the Forsaken. He's just a children's tale.
One of the 13 chosen by the Dark Lord. Probably the most powerful of them all.
Yes.
He's very real. If you'd seen what I've seen. You don't refuse Ishmael when he commands you, my dear.
So I just kind of noticed he has
You're
like
a dark
his head is the
force.
same width as his
He wouldn't
neck.
be commanding you if you hadn't already promised your soul to the Dark One.
That's part of why I
And by
say
the way
he
you
looks like
ordered
Gul
those
Dukat.
trollocs around, I'd say you had
And
some
yes, I will be
sass.
putting Gul
Trollocs
Dukat's
don't
face
obey
on the
pawns.
screen
They
with him all the time.
Status? Not anymore, I'd wager.
You gotta like when you
Ishmael
edit, you gotta
sent me
put
to the
his
White
face
Tower.
over
I
the
was
top
to
of
walk
his
in,
for a little
steal
bit.
Gwendolar's seal, and
I'm
bring
gonna
it to
track it.
Agents inside were supposed to lead me right to it. Simple.
I
Bloodless.
think I'm gonna track Winnie the Pooh onto
Instead, they led
Mac.
me to your chamber, nowhere near anything that resembled a seal, and forced me to kill a number of sisters in order to escape. Now I've been marked. Won't be able to go anywhere without looking over my shoulder for Aes Sedai. My life is worthless.
If you want pity, look elsewhere.
Well, at least I got that part
I'm
with Ishmael
waiting for you
right.
to tell me where
Yeah.
you've hidden my trinkets. Otherwise, I would have put
Her
you down
trinkets.
already like a rabid hound.
Interesting that she uses
You
that.
can't lie. All Aes Sedai are bound by the 3 oaths. Tell me that you'll spare my life, and I'll show you where the ter'angreal are. Otherwise, we'll be sitting here a
Ter'angreal?
long time.
I've heard some people refer to it that way. But to me, it's ter'angreal,
Why
but
did you come
Terror.
here to hide? It's about the most terrible place I can imagine.
Now the
Out of
city is
pot into
Tyr,
the fire, eh?
but if you're from Tyr, you're a
I
Terran.
didn't choose it. I was heading back to Ishmael's fortress in the Mountains of Mist for lack of anywhere else to go. You caught me outside. I was hoping you'd be too frightened to follow me in.
I was thinking of the sci-fi term for Terran.
However, you're avoiding the
Does
question.
the entire game
Will
take
you
place
spare
in and
my
around
life?
Shadow Logoth?
Nope.
There are other locations.
If you
Yep.
don't walk
Okay.
out of this
Are there
city,
daytime locations?
it will not be of mine.
That I do not know. I have not got that far.
I suppose that's as good as I'm going to get.
Because all I've ever seen is Shadow Logoth.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we first started, we were on the banks of Manethrin or something like that.
I mean,
Before you
aside
entered
from-
it.
Aside from the White Tower.
Just look! More gold than I've ever seen. More than I could have dreamed of. What can Ishmael offer that compares to this?
Where are my artifacts, Hound?
Woof. Is that all you want? Look at this.
This is supposed to be
There is
patent
more than
paid?
enough for both of us.
Some
My
guy called the
ter'angreal
Hound.
assassin.
Okay.
Now,
Fine. They're
I mean,
buried
he
in my
doesn't look
quarters.
like Rory McCann.
It's a lot of fire for
Yeah, who lit those fires and keeps the fuel going for those fires?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the corniness of what he did.
Yeah,
Did he
like jumping
just,
into it.
Yeah, he just tried doing him Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
That's the price of greed.
I didn't know the Ghostbusters were in this.
This is like oh my god, I'm forgetting the guy's name.
Is that supposed to be piles of gold coins? Then
God, what's the guy's name that's in Shadar Logoth and leads Matt and them and gives them the not
More
caught on
death?
Fane. Thank
More
you. More death. Yes. There is a more death kind of situation. Thank you, Max. I've driven crazy. Like I know this. What's his name?
I still want to know what those creatures were called. I'll have to probably look up in the game's wiki.
hey. There's a wiki. No, I'm not surprised there's a wiki for the game. A wiki for everything.
Oh no. Ooh, someone being killed?
Oh.
Very
Oh,
bad.
wow. That was bad.
Thank the
Yeah.
light.
It was very bad.
Keeper, we need your help.
Oh.
We tracked the assassin to this city, but found the entrance blocked by rock. We managed to find another way in further down the wall, but it might as well be miles.
Definitely
from
Black
here.
Aja, right?
Shortly after we entered,
I'm
a
thinking.
swarm of those horrible creatures attacked us. We might have been able to defend ourselves against them, but the mist itself rose up behind us and killed nearly half our number. We scattered.
Sure, the Black Aja killed the rest of them, yeah.
And now they're somewhere out there.
I don't know. Black Aja, I don't believe it exists.
Our original entrance
It's a
was
myth.
blocked, so we decided to make our way here and try to dig our way through the rock.
Huh. I just know that
We've
the
made a lot of progress.
way those guys are fighting with a
I think
sword
the
was like
city
Steven
knows we're
Seagal.
here, and it's sending its monsters to destroy us.
A little bit,
By
yeah.
the end, we'll have enough time to break through before we are all dead.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him fight in forever.
And forever. Yeah. It's been hot.
I've limited myself on the number of Steven Seagal movies I've seen, and I don't think I've seen a single Steven Seagal flick in this millennium.
The sad part is when you watch it like this many years later, it is wow bad.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
still always think Jean-Claude Van Damme was badass, though. Yes, he
Mhm.
was.
He was.
He is. He still is.
is.
Yeah.
I still have to finish that movie, JCVD. He plays himself.
Yeah, as I say, it's Amazon, isn't it?
I'm not sure where it's at.
Because he had like a bunch of random ass movies where they're like piloting. I think it was Amazon because they had like the Tick movie and a bunch of others, and you're supposed to like vote on which one you wanted them to actually keep making.
Yeah.
And I think the Tick won at least one of them, and I think that was another one he was working on.
Yeah, I know. All I remember from JCVD was he went to the post office, and post office isn't like it is here in the States. It's different. A lot of other stuff you can do at the post office and send mail to do something. And while he was there, the place got robbed. And, well, I mean, he's Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, yeah, those are stunts, but he can actually do that shit in real life. So, you know, he takes action, even though he didn't want to. At least that's what I seem to remember. I don't know. It's been a long time since was watching it at a friend's house, and then I had to leave with like 20 minutes left.
I don't recall if him and Jackie Chan ever did anything.
I don't think
That would
so.
be cool.
That would be cool.
Haven't really seen much of him lately.
Jackie Chan, I know.
I think he's
I
retired.
haven't either. Is he?
I think
Yeah.
he retired.
Yeah.
I think the last thing I saw him in was the Karate Kid movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see that remake. Not that I have an opposition to remakes, it was just not one I'm interested in seeing.
Mm-hmm. Haven't you watched? I've heard what's really good is that I think it was on Netflix.
Oh,
that Cobra
Cobra Kai?
Kai. Mm-hmm. Have y'all watched that? Is it good?
It's fantastic.
Well, that
Yeah.
Cobra Kai,
Heard
that
nothing but good.
That was on YouTube for a while, wasn't it? YouTube Red.
Maybe.
I think so.
And Cobra Kai is the one. That's the dojo that the assholes
Yep.
were filming.
Yes.
Kid, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first season, it was a YouTube Red show. Second season it was there too, and I heard it's great, but I just no
I would
interest. I have
I
so
would
much other stuff.
I would definitely recommend it. It's a pretty great
Yeah.
show.
I mean, if I didn't have so much other stuff that I watch, which yes, a lot of that's been canceled recently. UCW, I have to remember to bleep that. I'm really sore at the CW because they canceled 2 amazing, wonderful shows this year for this next season, and then they're going forward this what looks to be an absolute abomination of Gotham Knights.
Well, I was gonna say they are they keeping your Riverdale?
Yeah, they're probably keeping Riverdale, which is just the train wreck I can't stop watching. Yeah, I can't go if an episode airs. I can't go more than a day or 2 without watching it.
It's supposed to be a modern retelling of like the Archie comics or something,
Yeah.
right?
It is the Archie comics,
Okay.
but it's not adapting any particular story, as far as I know. Just characters.
Well, I mean, there's like what 60 years of Archie.
Mm-hmm.
And the big bad this season's a made up character for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Percival Pickens. Isn't it such a Riverdale Archie name, Percival?
That's a very Archie name.
And it's just I love that show, but it's just so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
mean, bad.
I don't know if you saw what I sent you earlier, but they mentioned Riverdale in The Boys.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't gotten to that. I've only watched most of the first episode.
What is the? I know what the boy. I've seen The Boys. People like doing like the little trailers of it. What is the premise? Like, what is the show? Like, what is
corporate superheroes? Okay, there's the 7, the most powerful 7 superheroes, because they're people with superpowers. Okay.
Okay.
And this corporation, WoT, has gathered together all of, a whole bunch of the superpowered people and made a team called the 7, and they advertise for them and promote them and sponsor them, and they make movies about them. But see, the superheroes, the supes, aren't all the good guys they seem in the media.
In the chaos following the escape, I
They're
lost my
nasty,
companions.
some of them.
There was nothing to do
Absolutely
but hope that they would
nasty.
eventually return
So
to
is
the White Tower.
locations
The trip
anywhere
back was long
correct
and
to you?
difficult, especially alone
No.
guarding the Amerlin's Ter'angreal wall.
No, that's
It took
not.
fully 3
Shadow
weeks to
Logoth and
arrive home.
Tarvalon are about
I
those
was greeted
areas.
by Tarvalon, the
About.
city surrounding the White Tower,
Ish.
in ruins.
Shadow
Nothing
Logoth was
less than
probably the
an
more
army could
accurate,
have
but
caused
Tarvalon's
this.
about there.
But what army?
I thought Tarvalon
And
was a little more
why?
south, so I could be wrong.
I scanned for the White Tower, hoping against hope that it still stood. Thank the light.
Hey,
it
look,
did,
North Tower's not
but
burned. They couldn't
besieged
find it.
by countless
I've probably
trolls and
spent 100
murderers.
hours staring
Max!
at
I
maps.
had some, but clearly my answers lay inside.
Sorry, North Harbor,
I
not North
decided
Tower.
to sneak in.
What you meant.
I've probably
And
spent
all the deviations of it.
100 hours staring at maps the Wheel of Time. So some of the places. That's a weird pose.
Very weird.
Horror movie 101. Never put your head against the door.
Yeah.
Here you are. I was beginning to worry.
Amerlin?
Sorry, I'm laughing at the cleavage.
What are you doing in the
I know,
Amerlin's
it's kind of,
chamber?
it's
Why
funny.
are you holding one of the tower's
No wonder
seats?
RJ approved.
Where is the Amerlin seat?
It's definitely up his alley. Uh-oh.
I think those are fake.
Potentially. For sure. Uh-oh. What's going on with their eyes? Some weird stuff's going on.
Definitely Black Aja.
Keeper Elena, it is wonderful to see you alive.
Oh,
I
no.
had my doubts about whether you'd return. Naturally,
I'm
the situation
confident
is
that they
quite
spent a lot of their
distressing,
budget
but I
on the texture
expect
files
you
for
to
that lady.
remember that you
Yeah,
are
probably.
addressing a sitter
Anime
of
budget, the
call.
tits.
I require a certain amount of
That
decorum.
She got some
voice-
Chun-Li thighs, too.
That voice
course,
screams
Saffron.
Black Aja, which doesn't
If you would
exist.
be so kind.
Well,
Does it-
we have
could you
about a
explain
minute
your
left here.
presence here.
Uh-oh.
We have a bit of an announcement we'd like to
As you
give
wish,
people.
Keeper.
We
Shortly after the
got tired of
Dark
having
Ones
Jen come on
arrived
as a
in
guest,
Tarvalon, the
so
Amerlin called a council.
we don't think we're going to do
She
that
announced
anymore. But coming this August, she will be joining as a full-time regular member of the team. We will be
Thank you.
starting with Dune, which you're enjoying, aren't you?
I am over the moon and prepping for this, and very excited. Thank you all. I know Rebecca's not here, but I can at least say thank you to Max and thank you to Glenn. And reading, I've never been so excited about a project because I'm going to come in rushing to talk about Dune with y'all. So I can't wait.
Thank you guys for joining us on our first game night. Have a great night, and don't forget to be awesome.